Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh fuck. Well, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy, it's Ender Moose. And today, I have something a little different. Guys, a while ago, LEGO released this. This here is, of course, the Galactic Empire Battle Pack. Now, it's a great set, but don't get me wrong. It's just wrong. Because this, my friends, is not a Galactic Empire Battle Pack. What this is a Stormtrooper Corps Battle Pack. This does not represent the majority of the Galactic Empire's military. Alright, what this is a representation of the Empire's elite shock force, the Stormtrooper. We shouldn't have gotten this. I tell you what we should have gotten is something like this. Let me explain. A while ago, LEGO released a TIE Fighter LEGO set that came with some interesting figures to go with their movie Solo stuff. To go with the movie Solo. It included Han Solo, Tobias Beckett, and a Mimban Stormtrooper. Now, both Han Solo and Tobias Beckett were wearing some interesting clothes because at this point, Han Solo had been drafted into the Imperial Army as punishment to go to Mimban. Therefore, he is dressed in standard line Imperial Army uniform. Beckett is, of course, dressed as an army officer. Now, I've done some modification and changed their faces so that they're just standard Imperial Army, not main characters. These were, of course, army officers, but I changed them up for the purpose of this video. I will be putting them back in with the main officers, but I wanted to use them at the moment since I only have one army trooper. Because things like Solo and Andor have shown us what the real Imperial military looks like most of the time. And that is army. The Imperial Army. Not the Stormtrooper Corps. What the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps is an elite, fanatically indoctrinated force of stormtroopers, of shock troopers that have been evolved from their predecessors in the Clone Army. The Imperial Army is something else. I know you see the Stormtrooper there, ignore him. The Imperial Army, most of the time, is associated with the tanks and walkers and speeder bikes that are used by the Stormtrooper Corps. But they're only used by the Stormtrooper Corps because the Stormtrooper Corps is only made up of Stormtroopers. If anything, their corps is simply an elite branch of the Imperial Army. However, it has been glorified to the point where it is its own branch of the Imperial military. It relies so heavily on other aspects of the Empire. It needs supporting tanks and walkers from the army. It requires capital ships from the Navy to transport them. A lot of Imperial capital ships in the Navy are also guarded with a security team of Stormtroopers. But you see, Stormtroopers are a mobile force that goes out to these rebel hotspots and fronts all over the galaxy. What deals with those sort of things, first of all, is the Imperial Army. The Imperial Army comes from local militias. They're drafted from planetary defense forces. These sort of defense forces, such as the ones we saw on Naboo, or and things like that, they were being utilized as a primary as a first line of defense in the days of the Clone Wars and had been a cause of the reformations of Ruusan. These forces were then drafted into the Imperial Army to act as a standard line defensive soldier. They guard the garrisons, they watch shipments. Think, for example, on Andor, the Imperial garrison on Aldhani, that's one of my favourite arcs in the show, by the way, is guarded by army troopers, and that's because it's the sort of stationary job that a stormtrooper could not deal with. They couldn't cope with that job. They're designed to be shipped around from place to place, going into these active battle zones, while the army trooper is designed to maintain the peace. This is a peacekeeping soldier. Unlike the stormtrooper, which is for warfare and intimidation. As we can see on Ferrix at the end of Season 1 of Andor, where we have Imperial stormtroopers. We have the main group, which are army troopers, right? They have their riot shields and their batons, showing the more passive style of the Imperial Army. We then have the stormtroopers with their lethal blasters on the rooftops and behind the army troopers. Now that's important. What they're doing there is they're keeping the line in check. They're making sure that the army troopers hold the line. Because the stormtroopers don't care about their lives. They're not loyal to the Empire. They're loyal to the Emperor. So I think, since the stormtrooper does not make up, for most of the days of the Empire, it does not make up the majority of the Imperial military, this is a more accurate portrayal of a Galactic Empire battle pack. Now I know in the case of Battlefront that wasn't the case, but I hope you can agree with me. Thank you for watching this little video. And let me know what your favourite rendition of the Empire was. Were you on are you team Army Trooper or are you team Stormtrooper? Don't get me wrong, they're both pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. If you did like this video, please like the video. It helps out the channel so much. If you want to be notified when we post new videos, hit the bell notification. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.